Друзья, всем добрый
Dear
вечер.
friends, good evening.
Хорошего настроения.
I wish everybody good mood. Yes, and
Алексей,
good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are.
попрошу модераторов включить чат
I
для
would
того,
ask our
чтобы
moderators to activate the chat so that we could have some feedback from our participants.
Настроение, Алексей, скажи, как у тебя настроение, как это самое?
How are you
Слушай,
doing
боевое,
today, Alexei?
хорошее настроение,
I'm in
особенно
my
предвкушая те
combat
новости,
move, especially
которые мы с тобой сегодня расскажем.
on the eve of the news break that we have for
Однозначно,
today.
однозначно.
There can be
Друзья,
no other
сегодня
mood.
мы подготовили для вас
That's for sure.
кое-что очень
Dear
интересное,
friends,
то,
we
о
have
чем вы даже
prepared
себе
for you today
не
something
представляете,
really
не
special
представили.
that
И
you cannot
я
even
думаю, что мы вас
imagine.
удивим
I
в
guess
конце
we
эфира,
shall
что мы вам
simply
готовим.
surprise you by the end of this
Да, вижу,
broadcast.
обратная связь есть.
I see the feedback from the participants. I see different countries.
На автомате, да, то есть кто откуда.
People automatically write back where they come from.
Значит, все
This is
слышно,
great.
все
That
видно,
means that you
все
can hear
хорошо.
and see us very
Алексей,
well.
ты пропал?
Alexei, you're gone.
Все, понятно.
Your webcam is off.
Ну
But
что,
I'm
друзья,
here.
сегодня, я думаю, что
Okay,
будет
dear
один из
friends.
очень,
Now, today we're going to
скажем
have
так,
one
важных эфиров.
of the most
Почему? Потому что
important
сегодня мы поговорим о
webinars.
цифрах.
Why? Because today
Сегодня
we're
мы
going to
поговорим
talk
о
numbers.
токеномике.
Today we'll
Но
talk
помимо
tokenomics.
токеномики, мы
But
вам сегодня
besides
покажем
tokenomics,
наглядно,
we're going to show you
что
visually
за компания
what
DEXNET, что мы вообще
DEXNET
сделали,
as
и
company is all about, what we have
вас
done.
порадуем очень
And we're
важными
going
новостями
to
и
make
объявим
you
очень
happy with
интересные,
very interesting piece of
скажем так,
news, and
очень
we're going
интересные
to make
новости.
a very
Покажем в
special
конце эфира,
announcement
поэтому
at the
дождитесь,
end of this
друзья, я
broadcast.
уверен, что
So
будет
be with
интересно.
us until the very end. You won't
Да,
regret it.
вижу все.
I see your feedback. Everything is good. Everyone is happy.
Начнем.
So, Alexei, shall we start?
Я думаю,
I guess.
Слушай, я предлагаю начать. И в конце, когда у нас
At the end,
будет такая
when
коротенькая,
we'll have a
может быть,
brief
5-минутная
5 to 10
AMA-сессия, там
minute
будет на
AMA
вопросы
session,
отвечать. Сразу
we could
скажу, не
take
все, потому
your
что у нас
questions, not
сегодня
all the
все-таки не
questions,
полноценная
because
AMA-сессия.
it's not a
Хочется
full-fledged
уложиться в
AMA.
час, может быть, максимум в полтора
Ask
часа.
whatever you can't session for today. And at the very end, I would like to have 5 minutes of your time to discuss the questions of security. Just sometimes I observe how people take their seed phrase very lightly. It is important. For many people, it will be an important information. I sometimes see it in my chat, and I will dedicate about 5 minutes of your time to that. Super. That's what we'll do. So find a comfortable seat. We're going to start a very interesting presentation and our broadcast dedicated to tokenomics. Allow me to share my slides first, and we're going to start. Everything is good? Yes, it's perfect. Good. Now, friends.
We have English room. Yeah, if you want to listen English, you can go there down, and there is a button. You can change the room in English, and you can listen in English. Okay? Сегодня, ну, я думаю, что у нас 80, может быть, даже больше процентов.
About 80 or even more percent of people connecting to us today are Russian speakers. That's why our slides are going to be in Russian. And I hope that whoever doesn't understand Russian won't be taking that as a grudge against us. But we're making this presentation in English as well. We'll insert all the slides in English as well, should you misunderstand or miss something. So, dear friends, welcome to the world of technologies together with DEXNET technology. Today, we're going to tell you a lot about what has been accomplished by DEXNET, about numbers, about tokenomics, how it works, what tokenomics is all about, how it is configured, why was it configured this way in our business, and how we have distributed all of that. Today, you will learn all the details, and I'm sure that you will learn a lot of interesting and very useful things about tokenomics. and you will understand the main idea behind that. When we say that we have done something stable and long-term, today you will realize why so, and why DEXNET token is going to be stable and on the market. Before we start talking tokenomics, tokens, and DEX nodes, I would like to immerse you into what many people will recognize themselves in that, but I would like you to first immerse you into what is going on the market now, or what used to transpire there before DEXNET came to the forefront. Let us look at the situation on the market in general. There are all sorts of projects. That's how I can put it. Market sees a lot of projects popping up with a promised prototype of product. I'm not going to name names today because that's a matter of the past, but any person can start thinking about it. I'm sure that many of you will understand what I'm talking about here. And you will associate it with some specific project that you were part of or heard about, or something else was happening to that. There is a product prototype allegedly there, but in purely demo format. The project just shows it to you, but there is no scaling up. There is no ultimate goal to scale up this product. There's just like a title page showing that something is going on there. There is a demo product. For that demo product, they have a well-packaged legend that it's like a world-class product. We're going to just fine-tune it a bit, and we're going to capture the whole world or the whole market. I'm sure you hear such messages quite frequently, and I personally once in my path of development met such companies who made promises that our product is better than them, better than this company. And this is a big problem when people do not realize that sometimes it is done just like that. And what happens? The main goal of the project like that is to collect money, to raise funds, basically. And as a result, in such a project, eventually it scams. No matter how it sounds, maybe it sounds as an insult to some, but we're being truthful here, and we can prove every word that we utter here with evidence. This is the first type of project. The second type of project is a project that creates a token with some kind of smart contract, like it is attached to a blockchain. They also package a beautiful legend to surround it, like there is a token. That token relies on like big funds like BlackRock, Bloomberg, and others. There are allegedly licenses. Anything can be, and all sorts of promises can accompany that. Like what kind of promises? That we have a token. What do we need to create? We need to create a community. The larger, the better. We put together or raise some capital to be listed on the market. And the way they explain it, in order to enter the market, we need to create a community first. And everybody follow this message, like why list token first before you have the community. So they raise funds first, and only after that they're going to list the token. Like allegedly that would make sense, but that's still a legend. That's still a vain promise that they're going to list the token there, give you even deadlines for listing, like in 1 year's time and on that day. But still, 99% of cases, they never keep their promises. They postpone it for another 6 months, and that's how it ends. It peters out, because the main goal of this project, like the previous type of project, is to raise funds, and eventually it scams as well. Why? Because there's nothing behind that project. That was the original idea, to simply scam people out of their money. And what happens later is their problem. So these are the two categories of projects that exist, that pop up, that used to pop up, they will pop up in the future. And there is yet another category. This is an absolute extreme, which I'm sure Many of you have been part of that before, and I mentioned it's geniusly packaged legend where everything is seemingly perfect there. Like seemingly everything is in place, like it's great there, the great web page, everything looks absolutely kosher and legit. And the fact that they have a genius packaging for that, they create a huge hype on the market. Like all sorts of bloggers, celebrities, and so on. They create huge visibility, and they invest millions of dollars into all this visibility and hype. And all sorts of imposters are involved here. They're just speaking heads, no matter how bad it sounds. I'm sorry, but I think you know what I'm talking about here, because it does exist and it will always exist. Just be attentive and study all these things. Make sure that you are not caught by these alleged projects. All these beautiful packages end up in the same thing, all these hypes and legends with imposters. The ultimate purpose is to raise funds, just like in the first and second types of projects. And as a result, all of us can see and have seen many projects like that started full swing all over the world, making noise everywhere, and then all of a sudden it disappears. What was I intending to tell you with that? There are certain factors that you need to study, the direction or a company that you pay attention to. You need to study and see all the factors that the company has to offer. Now, I'm sure you now better understand what's going on the market and what contribution was made to this market by DEXNET. And what is the position of DEXNET now? It's very important because now I'm going to mention factors. I'm going to mention such factors as the reliability of DEXNET technology, the factors and things which other competitors or companies cannot claim or brag about. And we do have it. It's no longer a demo. It's a full-fledged company that has created many interesting things. And I'm going to go through the list of such factors. First factor, real existing product, which already operates in more than 60 countries of the world. 60 countries have been captured by this product, DEXNET, the real product which exists that anybody can touch and see. And I'm sure that many people attending today's broadcast already own such a device at home. It is no legend. It is not like 100 or 20 copies only. It's more than 3,000 copies or units all over the world. It's a fact. It's a fact of life. You have to be mindful of that. Second factor, the real existing token, which has been listed at the xt.com exchange and PancakeSwap even before the start of the company. Just think about it. We have a token which the company has listed even before inaugurating the company, before launching the company on the market. They have listed its token. Who does this? Nobody in this world does the same thing. Everybody tries to raise the maximum capital for the alleged token, which they are going to list or not. If they see that there is a lot of hype about it, they will list it. If not, they won't. But here the token has already been listed, and we will talk about the token a lot today. So you need to understand that this token has been listed even before we started, which gives you an understanding or certitude that this token was not simply created for a hype. It was not created for some PAM on the market to simply make a quick buck and run away. No, we have listed it there in the first place. We give rewards to you for following, for keeping your devices plugged in. This is a real reward that you can use on the market, and you can go and sell it and feel the real cash in your hands. Factor number 3, this is a factor which very few companies on the market can be proud of. And very few of them can put it forward. We've been putting it forward for quite a while. It has been proven that we have it, which is the ready-to-use services and products which use DEXNET tokens as a means of payment. Such services as DEXSafe, which is a crypto safe, our decentralized wallet, DEX Mobile, a mobile telecom operator, DEX Cloud, decentralized memory storage, DEXPoint. Some of these products can already be used and paid for with DEXNET tokens. Many of you are already, I'm sure, using those products. It's important to understand that it's no longer promises that one day in future we're going to launch such services. Already you can use these services and pay with tokens. Moreover, aside from giving you the opportunity to pay with tokens, and those people who pay with tokens are given 20% discount for that. It's a maximum transparency and maximum certitude in that it is something for real and that we are prepared not simply to come to the market and say that we're cool and forget about it. No, we have come here to show the actual technology, to show everything that we're capable of, everything that we're planning to do, and that we have goals and missions in this life, and we're implementing them and making a reality out of it. So these are the three important factors that you need to remember. If somebody's asking you or comparing this company to others, simply show them these three factors. If this project, because if this project has same factors, maybe this becomes a real company and no longer a project. The project is something less tangible. At the stage of the project, many things can end. That is why it is important to realize that and always keep an eye on those factors. If those factors exist, then it's a solid and reliable company. Aside from having these factors, we have numerous other factors that we didn't put all on the screen. There are factors 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to outline them, but there are many others that we can mention. Factor 4, for instance, we have partnerships with large blockchains. We have a DEXSafe product with the integrated, about 15 blockchains integrated. We were in negotiation with those blockchains and we have integrated them. Some of those blockchains even retweeted us in their Twitters. There are also partnerships with major blockchains who are quite aware of DEXNET token and are aware of our DEXSafe as well. Also, we have official dealers in different countries like India, Europe, CIS. There we have our official dealerships who disseminate this technology and our products. We have received all the necessary certificates in different countries. If you enter the official site of the company DEXNET.1, at the bottom of the slide of the site, you will see all our certificates. Yesterday, I had a small meeting. That's a side note. I had an important meeting with very important people at a very high level. The first thing they asked me, do you have such certificates like SE, CIS certificate, all other certificates that they realize that if you create some physical product, those certificates must be there. And right after the meeting, I sent them copies of those certificates. They were shocked. They lost the night's sleep. They said, we need to do something together. Let's do a collaboration together. So people do realize that if we have this, that gives us bigger certitude and realization that's for real. It's no longer a hype for visibility. And many other people know this, and we have mentioned it many times before. We have an official office, a brick and mortar building in Dubai. Also, we have an office in China. We have a production line there. So all of this it gives all our partners the realization that we're creating something for real, and it exists already here and now. We don't no longer need to make any promises to our clients because our clients can enter this ecospace, download our DEXSafe or use crypto cards. If they want to use internet, they are free to do so. They can buy our DEX Mobile, our eSIM card, and use it all over the world. It's all feasible solutions. Most importantly, that these are the factors which already can be verified and checked through official sources. I'm not telling you this to motivate you further. Alexei and I keep talking about this, that there is no goal for us to motivate others, because we have reached a stage when there is no point in doing that. We're just sharing our emotions, we're sharing our experience, we're sharing our understanding, and we're sharing what we already have in our hands. It works better than any kind of pep talk. It is important. If you find this information useful, I think the chat has been deactivated, but I ask our assistants to reactivate the chat. Can you please provide your feedback through the chat box, whether you find this information useful and whether you understand everything I'm telling you so far? Yes, I see fire signs. Hundreds, millions, plus signs. I see people are writing that we're waiting for access. Okay, it's all useful. It's all great. Thank you guys for your feedback. Feedback is very valuable for us. Very good. Perfect. Then you're on the same frequency as we are. Let's move on then. Now, you do realize where you are, what company you have entered, that it's a real, solid brick-and-mortar company, which already acts on the market, is developing in 60 countries of the world. Let us now look at the economic part of the company, because tokenomics is exactly part of the economy of the company. That is why the next slide will be for you to understand what tokenomics is and why we need that. Firstly, tokenomics, to put it in smart words, is a concept related to the use of tokens on blockchain to manage tokens economics. It is just economics, but organized on blockchain as a vehicle to securitize the company or ensure it from any manipulations, from any pumps, dumps, things like that. It's all done. That's why we do this tokenomics, to have clear understanding of the rules. Tokenomics predetermines how tokens are distributed among the participants of the system, and we'll see how it is implemented in our case. Some people call it mining, staking, or other mechanisms in the system. Tokenomics also predetermines how tokens are used within the company's ecosystem, because it is important to understand how the token is going to be used, not simply by buying and selling it, but rather how it is going to be used in the ecosystem. It is a very important step. So tokens can be used to get access to services, to pay the commission, to pay for security. It is one of the bullet points that we have. Thirdly, tokenomics plays an important role in crypto industry. Any crypto enthusiast, crypto business person, we can say now, because many people who are in crypto industry consider themselves crypto business persons. They have bought and sold the cryptocurrency and they trade with that. So any crypto enthusiast will confirm that if you consider a company or a token as an asset that you want to buy, you do what? First, you go and look for white paper and look for tokenomics, and you want to look at such things. And it is important indeed. Not even the white paper. Mostly people look at tokenomics, but tokenomics is described usually in the white paper. So tokenomics is the mathematical model behind the whole company's ecosystem, describing how tokens are going to be distributed. That's what tokenomics is all about. Now we're going to describe our tokenomics of DEXNET token, and see what we have. Many people perhaps know this already, but I will remind you, we have a general emission of DEXNET token, a total number of 3 billion DEXNET tokens. Of course, many things can be mentioned about this slide, but a few important elements. Just like Alexei, we are not in crypto industry for 1 year only. We've been many years handling this. I've been developing smart contracts for a long time, all sorts of audits, and I was part of blockchain launches. I fully realize how it should work in principle. And here, what appeals to me the most is what has been done with our tokenomics. We've been thinking how to make sure that it is understandable, that it's highly mathematical, because everything in our life is mathematically perfect. And if you choose to use this algorithm, it becomes more harmonious, and you're always ready for bad or good things in your life if you have some math and calculation behind us. When you understand where to go forward, you understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4, not 6. What is important to understand here is that we have 3 billion tokens, out of which we can remove 2 billion right away. 2 billion tokens can be removed for the next 60 months. The market won't have it for at least next 60 months. And next, I will explain to you how these 2 billion are distributed. Out of 3 billion, 80% of these tokens are not readily available. They simply have been staked away for 5 years, and partially they trickle down from there to people. What are those? They are rewards that a lot of people are keeping their devices plugged in. 1 billion goes for that, and 1 billion goes to staking. Again, staking can be even for longer than 60 months, because when it will be over, it will be over, but it can continue and continue and continue. And also we have private sales, where we offered tokens for private rounds, but there, those tokens represent about 6.6%, 200 million tokens for 36 months. There's a small typo here because it's an old slide. For 36 months, these tokens are unavailable for the market. Nobody will get access to that. And in another 12 months, they will be blocked. Another 12 months, they will be blocked. They will be released in increments, in installments for everybody to understand. So you need a total of 4 years to make sure that we freeze this pool. But there is also a team component. I keep talking about this. Maybe I will repeat some information that you're aware of. There are team tokens. As long as I'm part of such businesses, I've studied other tokenomics and white papers of other companies. Team always takes, on the average, in principle, it's true for most of the projects. I've seen such a distribution that a team takes at least 30%. It's an absolute minimum. Usually it's 40-50%. That's how much the team keeps thinking about how to get this tokens. That's what everybody does. Everybody's following each other's suit. If you take 30%, we'll also keep 30 or even 40%. We did it other way around. We chose a totally different strategy. I think you have realized already that we have actually everything we do is done differently from others. I know how it is happening, but it's not like everybody else. And it's super cool, it's super great, and it works. We, as a company, we as a team, took only 6.6% of tokens from the whole pool of available emitted tokens. It is, again, 200 million tokens that we have blocked for ourselves for 36 months, and we'll need to unlock them every 12 months. So we'll need about a total of 4 years to get this 200 million from this 3 million total. And that is important because we've decided that now we are prepared to take less, but in the course of the development of the company and the token itself, we would be getting the token for ourselves. We'll be collecting it and accruing that pool by thus achieving this 30, 40, 50% of tokens that will be owned by the company. It is important. We're prepared now to take less, but in future, throughout the course of the development of the company, at a certain moment of time, we'll be prepared to buy off the market. What we do with services? Why do you think we're prepared to get tokens for the services? Because we need those tokens, because we are prepared to pay for the services, because we're also paying money for the services, and we are prepared on the other side to pay with our money, but get tokens from you, because we need those tokens. If you don't need tokens, we need tokens for sure. So sell them to us as much as you can. So it is important to understand that there might be a small number, but it's done so for a reason. It's done so to have a bigger motivation to look towards getting as much of those tokens as possible, getting them for services. We just need tokens. Know that as a fact. Now, let us look at what is happening with the dissemination of tokens. 1 billion is distributed throughout many months ahead, and this is only one pool. Many people are asking why is it so? It's already block number 5, then there will be very few tokens left. Today, we'll answer all your questions, and what awaits you at the end, I think, will simply floor all of you. It is important to understand here we have 60 months and a certain number of tokens that will be distributed through each block. And for you to understand, of course, whoever entered in the beginning, of course, they will get more, then less, and less still. That's how any project develops. Token grows in price, the company develops, the token develops, and everything grows in price. And eventually, it's good for everyone. It's a win-win situation. But what is most important thing here? There is one slide. I want you to pay special attention to this slide. Look at it. It's an important one. We have additional pools, which, aside from that 60-month pool, which is distributing tokens, 1 billion tokens, here you can see marked in orange, block reward. It is a pool which distributes tokens in the course of 60 months. 1 billion tokens are distributed through this pool by blocks. Remember those blocks that you know of, that every block is closing down, then there's a reduction in number of distributed tokens. This is all this block reward is all about. We put here 1 billion tokens, and gradually these tokens are trickling away. An important thing to understand, 1 billion tokens, they're not readily available on the market. And we did an important thing here, because whenever somebody comes to us and say, why don't you give more or something, dear friends, we understand what can happen in 1 year's time. If we could have given away everything in 1 year's time, if this December we're going to be 1 year old, and if we have given away all this 1 billion through stakes and rewards, then the price of token wouldn't be at this level, at this price point as nowadays. It is important that when you start to realize that, because we look at this long-term prospect, we don't look at what it is now, when we distribute everything now and then nobody cares what happens next. No, we're not thinking like that. But this is only one block. Here you can see 4 pools. Each one of you has a unique opportunity to get tokens from 4 pools, not from 1, but 4 pools, not the way you thought before. There is not only 1 pool for distribution, but at least 4. The second pool is called reward pool, which will be activated as of block 13. This is the change that we announced before that. So as of block 13, the second pool will become operational. On month 13, you will start getting, parallel to the first pool, block reward, designed for 60 months. Parallel to that, the second pool will become operational, reward pool. What is the reward pool? 40% of overall turnover of the company on services, when you pay for services, for crypto cards, for eSIM cards, everything you pay with tokens. So this pool of tokens is accumulated there. And we take 40% from that pool and send it to the reward pool. And once again, I will repeat myself perhaps, but then you will get the message. We are prepared to share with the turnover of the company. We're making money, and we're prepared to give away not 40%, not 10, not 20, but 40% of our turnover back to our community and back to all our clients and partners. This is a huge step from our side. We do realize that we already get in tokens some payment. We need to understand this, but we are prepared to give away 40% of that to the community. This is super generous, I think, and you need to be mindful of that. Please pay attention and think about the quality of this system and how mathematically calculated it is. An important thing about this reward pool is that it is indefinite. It's never going to stop. Why? Because more services are added, more services pop up on the market, and each client starts paying for the services in tokens, and 40% from those tokens will go back to this reward pool to be redistributed among the whole community. It is very important. As of month 13, the second parallel pool will be limitless. It will never stop. Each partner, each client should be interested in further developing our services, because 40% of everything that we get will go back to you. This is super generous. Now, let us look at pool number 3. There is pool number 3, colored in blue. This is called reserve pool. That's what we call it. Reserve pool. What is happening with the reserve pool? This is already activated. Why does it stand at the same level as reward pool? Because it's already activated. How does it work? There are blocks which are closed down here. In 30 days, we have the rule of 30 days that a block is to be shut down in 30 days. A certain number of tokens are distributed. If we fail to distribute all the tokens originally planned, for say block 5, we have 10 million tokens. And if by our plan, we see that we don't have enough devices connected like in our plan, and there will be some leftover tokens, unused, undistributed tokens, and they will go to a reserve pool. Before that, that reserve pool is to be accumulated until month 48, and only from month 48 it starts to be distributed. We moved it up. Moreover, aside from moving it up in months, we have added also leadership pool to that, which soon is going to be announced, and all the conditions about this leadership pool will be announced to you. But today we won't talk about this. I will just tell you how it is going to work. We have reserve pool. If the block has not been distributed and the number of tokens in this block, and they stay there and go to the reserve pool. Next block. Now 5 is over. Now we're waiting for block number 6. At the end of block number 6, we will look and see whether there are some leftover tokens from block 6. Then the tokens from block 5 will go to the leadership pool, and from the leadership pool, we'll be distributing tokens among all the active partners. How it is going to work, I will tell you a bit later. It is going to be yet another colossal piece of tokenomics, which will elate the most active partners. It is important. And I guess now you have a better understanding what is going on with our tokens and pools. There is a reward that we have here for 26 months. We have a reward pool, which is endless, starting from month 13. We have moved it over, and we have a reserve pool, which is trickling or flowing over into the leadership pool if there is some leftover left there. Now, another thing about the staking. I guess everybody is involved in staking. We see from your activity that quite a big number of people are involved in staking. That is why staking, there are 2 types of stakings, staking 1 and staking 2, and different periods, 3, 6, 12, 24, and 36 months. And each period gives you certain rewards for that period. Like, for instance, if you put a 3 months, you get 12% annual return rate. 6 months, 24% annual return rate. So it's if 12 months, it doesn't mean you will get 12%. In 3 months, you will get 1% per month, 3%. So it's more profitable to look at 12 or 24 months because 12 months you get 36% annual return rate, 48% annual return rate for 24 months, and 60% for 36 months. And this is staking one for the owners of active devices. Whoever keeps their devices plugged in are eligible to participate in this staking. And the tokens generated by the device can be put in this staking. Staking 2 is for the owners of tokens, just for all token buyers who buy it on the market. We'll make an announcement about it separately. Here you can see the crediting of rewards. First 3 periods, it is done at the end of the period. And for 24 and 36 months, the 12 months is over, every 3 months you can get the reward. Then every 3 months you start getting your return rate. That's how staking works. Now, let us talk about another important thing about the price of the token. We haven't added a couple of slides here because it will take longer. That's why we decided to make it more concise, to tell you the whole picture about the DEXNET token. We have undergone an audit and we put out there 2 services, DEX Cloud and DEX Mobile, 2 services only. At the moment, how many services do we have? Do you know? How many services do you think we have at the company now? And we'll see whether you know or not. 7, 5. Alexei, how many services do we have now?
Я сейчас присоединюсь к участникам чата, и мне
I'm going
надо
to
будет
join
прям посчитать.
the chat participants. I will have to count them. People are writing 9, 4, 6, 5, 4.
Ну, однозначно больше 2.
Well, it's
Потому
more
что
than 2 for
tokenomics
sure,
просчитывали с учетом
because in
только 2
tokenomics, what
сервиса.
was calculated based on 2 services only. Yes, if I count with my fingers, I can count 4. DEX Safe, DEX Mobile, DEX Cloud, DEX Point, already 4. And Huracan Tap is also part of our DEX game and blockchain, which is being tested now. That's number 6, which we can already see and do something about it, and test it, and sample it. So it's not like we are going to have in a year's time, but something solid, which is already released and available. We have 4. We have done tokenomics for 2 services, but now we already have 4 services. And tokenomics, the audit has been done for 2 services, and we calculated there that with 2 services alone, in 120 months, in about 10 years' time, the token can reach the price of $110, $120 per token, $120, $110 per token, with just 2 services. Now you can divide it no matter how you want it. 2, 4, 6 services, and can decide how quicker the process may be. If 10 years with 2 services, then in 4 services, how long will it take to grow in price? It's a simple math. You can use your own calculator to do that. And it's highly realistic. Again, back to our topic that we're not trying to motivate somebody. We're just giving you facts. And whenever we look at the bar of 10 years and the price of $110, any sensible person will tell you that people are looking at the realistic calculation, not simply saying that let us catch up and do better than Bitcoin. We're going at the top with Ether or something. No, there are no such things in life. You don't hear it from us, at least. We look quite sensibly at these things, and we realize how difficult it is to achieve such capitalization at such a level. And we're preparing for it one step at a time to raise Burj Khalifa, not simply build a 5-story building and then fall down and not to do what we can with that. We want to build a taller building than Burj Khalifa. That's why we're building a solid foundation for that. Now let us look at what happened to the token price, because very few people remember that, but the fact remains to be a fact. When we see it with our own eyes, we were listing the token in November last year, before the start of the company. when I notified you. At the moment of the listing, the price was $0.013. That was the price of token at the moment of the listing. Now, the price of the token is 0.057. It's X5 of the initial price in 10 months only. Where else can you get this kind of price pump up without any proper marketing campaign, without too much of an effort? After we just listed it, we made ourselves known that everything is working. We focused all our attention on the production, on the rest, on the technology, on the services. We never touched the token itself, but it made its own multiplications. There were times when we had to fix X6 in its price increase, so without any marketing campaign. Only now, in the last quarter of this year, we're starting to promote this token more actively, and we start showcasing to the crypto community that there is such a token, and they start paying attention. They start looking at it. They start making their analysis. It's super cool. And already there is a lot of circulation of news around this token, and it's going to be even more interesting in the future. That we'll have a lot of partnerships and collaborations with other blockchains and crypto projects. It's going to grow and grow and grow. And the fact that this token is not simply done to buy and sell, but is done to be used as a means of payment for real services, to buy something with this token, it is super. I can use such a word as a maximum guarantee that this token will be stable on the market, because there are a lot of tokens which are simply released, and you can also simply sell or buy them, and that's end of story. Here, behind our token, we have some services like crypto wallet, for instance. We have not only crypto wallet, but the whole technology of the company and its services, everything is behind that. So it's much more than that. That's why, in principle, we're moving forward quite stably. We experience no collapses, and there is some plummets on the market, some drops, but still everything is moving towards the growth gradually. So make your own conclusions about the token, how it is going to grow, how quickly it's going to grow. We're not giving any promises or recommendations, but the price we have at the moment, the only thing I can tell you about that is already quite an interesting price, and I'm confident that perhaps we won't be able to see such low price in future. So you make your own conclusions out of that. Let's move on. Now, most important slides, and then we'll break the global news to you that all of you are awaiting. Many people were maybe guessing, but I don't think so. We'll tell you about that. But after this slide, let us look at a number of factors of stability that will contribute to the token's stability on the market. These factors really help DEXNET token to be stable on the market, not going up and down all the time, not going down 30-50% and up another 30-50%. The first factor you need to understand here is that the people who have maybe an attitude that each block reduces the return rate in tokens, such things are important for us. And if we look at long-term existence of the company, such things are a must for a company like ours. And you need to look at it from the positive side, that it was done like this and not other way around. Because if it were other way around, there would be no stability that we can boast in the past 10 months. First thing is the distribution of tokens among the active devices in the 60 months. We haven't given away most of the tokens to the market. We still keep them for the next 60 months at least. We'll be keeping them, and we're giving them in portions, in increments to the market. And we realize that while we're distributing them, we're preparing a bigger, more solid foundation. And we realize when and how many tokens will be released to the market, and we're preparing for that. We're ready for that. It is important. second factor is that these tokens can be used as a very beneficial means of payment for services. I told you already that if you pay with tokens, you get 20% discount to the price of any services to be released by DEXNET. For instance, if I own tokens, if I understand what cryptocurrency is, if I own USDTs, for instance, on my crypto wallet, for me to exchange USDTs to DEXNET token takes 1 minute, and then I go and pay with DEXNET token. Why? It makes no sense for me to pay in USDT if I can exchange it now on the market and get 20% discount right away. All the big companies do what? To give their clients 20% discount. If it is a product which is linked to money or something, you need to buy $100,000 worth of this product to get a discount. For others, you need to bring hundreds of people to that shop to be given this 10 or 5% discount. For us, the only thing you need to do is to go to the market, exchange USDT, buy tokens with that, and pay the services with this token. This is unbelievable service. I'm telling you about this, and I'm still surprised how it can be done. And it's not properly appreciated by clients. It's indeed unique as an offer at the crypto industry. When you can pay 100% with tokens for some physical services, you can get a card and pay anything you want with that card, or you can buy a SIM card and use internet traffic with that. It's unique. Another important thing, the thing that was mentioned initially about tokenomics, when the team took only 6.6% of all tokens, the next factor is related to exactly that. The company will be buying off tokens from the market using 10% of its profits from all services. The company, in other words, is going to consider the best available price on the market. That might be different days. It might be once a month or twice a month or once every 2 months. We will simply look at the best price on the market when we will be using our own team of analytics. And when we see that the price is right, we will buy it. We will be prepared to do that. And you need to understand that now we have one type of circulation. In a year's time, there will be totally different types of return rate. And altogether, it can be quite sizable. And we are prepared to buy off tokens for all these amounts. This is yet another good factor that we will always be prepared to support the price. Should somebody want to sell it, we will be able to buy it. And we were expecting it when we launched the tokenomics first block in June. We thought that now people will start to sell. We sit around and observe and see there are no sales. Like, math was good, right? But now all of a sudden we see no tokens sold on the market. We look at it quite stupefied. Why not? Because I guess people realized the main idea of the token is not simply token to simply buy and sell it tomorrow. It's a long-term asset that you can keep in your wallet and make money along the way. And the last factor is that we have no opportunity to be the owner of a big number of tokens now. And this way, be a whale on the market, so that people could run or control the price when they sell a big number of tokens and this way plummet the token down. It's very important that no one owns a big number of tokens now. Nobody owns like millions or tens of millions of tokens. This is super good because nobody can put too much pressure on the price of the token on the market. That's how we built tokenomics, because there were provocations. That's a small secret I would like to reveal to you. There were provocations to sell big number of tokens on the market for big money. There were such provocations already in the first year of our existence, and we disagreed to do that. We said no. We said we are not interested, because money is no purpose, ultimate purpose for us. Our main ultimate goal is to implement this tokenomics that we decided on and the technology so that it can be implemented the way we thought it up. Then we'll be happy. Otherwise, we get the money and so what? We are much more concerned about our community who put their trust in us, and we look at what will happen to others. So we are looking at a longer term collaboration. We're prepared to grow slower, but most importantly, consistently. That's the law. So, dear friends, now more or less you understand how tokenomics works. You understand how and why we have developed it, why a token is going to be stable on the market. All of these things are very important for you to understand. But now we have
Кто успел зафиксировать скриншот,
a small flash. Those people who took screenshot, they could have seen it on the next slide. Okay. Now we want to break incredible piece of news to you. I will pass it on to Alexei. Alexei, please do the honors. He's going to make a super incredible news. I'm sure you're going to hop up and down, ecstatic, because if you're standing, please find a comfortable seat and relax. Alexei, over to you now. Thank you. Igor, the tastiest bit was left for me. Okay, guys. Now a very important thing. Could I ask you to return back to the slide where we have full description of different pools? Yes, this one. So, dear friends, once again, very briefly, there was just some questions in the chat, and for us to bring us closer to the main piece of news for today. Elena is writing here. Drum roll. Yes. So, friends, once again, let's summarize. We have 3 pools which exist already, and we're preparing a pool number 4. The first pool is block reward, is the distribution of tokens through different blocks. We are in block 5 now, where we are distributing relatively a small number of tokens relative to the previous blocks. With each new block, the number of tokens credited to each node is going to be reduced. But you need to realize that those tokens which are credited from block reward from the first pool are not all tokens that will be credited, and the actual business will start when the second block reward pool will be activated, which will be distributing 40% of all the company turnover acquired from services. That's when the real business will start. Now, what is happening here? DEX nodes are not making money here. Now, there is a total airdrop where we're just simply distributing those tokens in order for you to be motivated to keep those DEX nodes plugged in until we're going to launch the real business. What is the real business? What do I mean by that? It's when we're not crediting a certain number of tokens every day, but when among all the holders of DEX nodes, we are distributing that kind of profit which is made by the company for the usefulness of value created by DEX nodes. That's when real business starts. And we have prepared for our celebration a special gift. First thing, we understand that the month 13 is when the tastiest part will start, and the people who will who will reach as far as block 13, they will start reaping the real harvest of our rewards. But we have prepared a very interesting gift. On December 15th, we are going to celebrate our first anniversary, the very first anniversary of our company. We are already tentatively walking around, but we're still only 1 year old, and we want you, together with us, have this celebration. And to celebrate the first anniversary of the company, we are launching an additional promo. What is this promo? It means that starting from today, starting from September 24th, 2024, until the closure of block 12, we are going to credit additionally 100 tokens per day to each new DEX node, which will appear in the network, which will be bought as of September 24th, additionally to all those blocks distributed from the first pool. What does it mean? It means that if you decide to buy a new DEX node today, you can count on the fact that by block 5 you will get 66 plus 0.6 tokens per day. That's right. But along with the mega promotion with DEXNet, you will get additionally 100 tokens per day. And you will get a total of 166 tokens. Then the number of tokens will be reducing in blocks, but with a promo, it will remain at the level of 100 tokens per day. In other words, you can calculate for yourselves how many tokens you will get today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and so on, by buying the DEX node. But to participate in this promo, you need to perform two very important conditions. First condition, you need to buy the DEX node, and the promo applies to newly bought DEX nodes. So if somebody among your friends is thinking about buying or not buying DEX node, the answer is yes, buying. Another small condition, as you know, on December 15th, we are going to have a mega giveaway of Lamborghini Huracan. It will be our super prize, but there will be hundreds of other prizes, including Apple technology and other things. But to participate in that mega giveaway, you need to have a ticket that you can buy in Huracan Tap game. And to participate in the mega promotion from DEXNet and get additional 100 tokens per day, you need the second condition to buy 3 tickets for the mega giveaway. What will it give to you? It will increase your chance to win the Huracan or other gifts threefold. Even if you don't win Huracan, at least you will get some kind of prize for sure. So there will be a total of 71 prizes given away. Number 71 will be a Lamborghini Huracan, or even Lamborghini Huracan is a potential, that from our practice or experience, usually the newbies always the lucky ones. So it's quite possible that Lamborghini will be collected by somebody who bought one ticket just one day before the mega giveaway. Or can work other way around. Of course, in real time, right on the stage, we'll activate the screen, we'll launch some randomizer, and no matter which ticket number will be shown on the screen, that person will collect the prize. We'll play for it in the live, even if you're not present at that event offline, because we have only limited number of seats there, 1,000 people. But if you'll be watching it online, it's quite possible that you will find your ticket there, and then you will collect that prize as well. So once again, to summarize, first thing, all the DEX nodes which are bought as of September 24th, 2024, including today's day, and all those DEX nodes which are accompanied by 3 bought tickets for the Huracan giveaway will get 100 tokens additionally per day, additionally to what is granted to you by tokenomics. How do you like this news, dear friends? Please share your feedback with us. Igor, can you add something to that? I guess this is fantastic, really. Unbelievable. I don't know what to add here. Yes, dear friends, an important thing to add to what Alexis said, 100 tokens per day. If you count it, it's 3,000 tokens per month. And it's done in the course of the subsequent 6, even 7 blocks, up until block 13, including block 12. You can do your own math and count how many tokens you will get that way. Even at this current price of the token, you can already count the real sizable amount of money. Moreover, there is no precondition here that why do I need tickets or something. This is yet an additional opportunity for you to participate in giveaway where we'll have the feedback for sure, and somebody will win great prize for sure. 3 tickets will cost you $150, and the prizes start with $250. The minimal price is AirPods, which cost $250, $300. That's the smallest gift we have. Then Apple Watch costing $700. Then as a gift for $1,500 to $1,400. These are the kind of prices that we have. There is a small motivation for you to simultaneously participate in this promo, getting plus 100 tokens every day in the course of the subsequent blocks up until block number 12, and you can participate in the giveaway. And the next motivation is that you already have a ticket, and there will be a motivation for you to come in person to that event. That's an additional bonus for you. Buy tickets and fly to Dubai. That event will be unforgettable for sure. I've seen many events, and Alexei has seen many events before, and I can promise you that this one is going to be out of this world. And I'm not being too flowery here. I would just want to thank everyone who participated throughout this year, who was with us, who put their trust in us, who followed us. We want you to thank you with this kind of event, so that everyone is there, so that everybody would feel this energy, see what has been done, what people have joined us. You will see and you will understand, you will indeed understand what level has been reached by DEXNET and what is happening there and what people are talking about us. And there on stage, you will see unbelievable things. There's nothing to add here. Most importantly is that we are prepared for this meeting, and we are prepared together with you to develop further and to provide additional opportunities to expand and promote this technology and help others in participating in this technology as well. Igor, I see some questions here. How much longer will this promo last? Considering that every block closes within 30 days, this promo will continue for 8 months, right? Now we are block 5. It's not closed down yet. Next will be block 6, then block 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including block 12. Then comes block 13. Here is when the promo ends, but then there will be the next promo coming from the reward pool, which will accumulate leftover DEXNET tokens that we accept as a means of payment for our services. That's the accumulation pool that will start paying out. It might be even more than 100 tokens per day, maybe less. It's too early to say. Closer to block 13, we'll understand how much. But you can stay assured that the next 7 or 8 months, 8 blocks, okay, up until block 12, you will get additionally 100 tokens per day, additional to what is generated by your DEX node for every next block, according to tokenomics. Next, in order to get 100 additional tokens, it's not enough to buy one DEX node and one ticket. You need to buy 3 tickets for the giveaway. Each ticket costs 50 USDTs. 3 tickets will require from you to pay 150 USDTs and the DEX node, of course. In principle, DEX nodes are already delivered within a week. There are moments when it can take up to 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Different countries, different logistical services. What do we do to provide further insurance for you with that? An ideal case scenario, one on the same day you buy tokens, not tokens, but on the same day you buy a DEX node, and on the same day you buy 3 tickets. What do you need to do after that? After that, you need to write to tech support on the DEXNet.1, where you would mention first thing, the number of your ticket. You will have 3 numbers, right? Next, hash transaction that will trace down when you bought those tickets. Third thing, mention your email in DEXNet.1, not in marketing company. It's important because 100 tokens per day will be credited to you on DEXNet.1. So write to tech support a number of parameters. First, the numbers of your tickets. Second, hash of the transaction, the link to the transaction. Number 3 is your email in DEXNet.1. After that, our tech support will activate this promo for you in your personal cabinet. When exactly you will start getting 100 tokens? On the 7th day after buying the DEX node or buying the 3 tickets. If, say, today you buy the DEX node and you buy 3 tickets in a few days, then on the 7th day after buying tickets, in your case, you will start being credited or additional 100 tokens per day, even if you haven't received the DEX node, actually. This way, we give you, let's call it carte blanche. This is a week for you to get a DEX node. Usually it takes a week to get it delivered. If you don't have it, we will still activate the crediting of tokens by this promo. What happens next? If within 12 months, you still 12, not, yes, 12, no, if within 1 month after that, you still don't have the DEX node and wasn't plugged into the system, the promo will be suspended for you until you reactivate or until you activate your DEX node or plug it in. And the next important thing is the staking. There was a question in chat, where do we take those tokens from? We take them from the marketing pool. That is why we don't need all of these tokens to be piled on the market, thus putting pressure on its price. So these tokens, just like all others, will be sent, like at least minimum 50% of them into staking. Other 50% will be readily available to you, but the staking will be available only for 12 months because this is a marketing pool. We minimize risks this way to make sure that we feel comfortable and this promo works well and you have a leverage for sales. We would have more DEX nodes connected to the network, and the marketing tokens would work as marketing tool for us. And they would appear on the market a bit later. There's a question whether DEX nodes can be cleared of taxes in Ukraine. Yes, you can clear taxes. We work transparently and fully legitimately. But in Ukraine, we have our own office. You can order DEX node, which have already been exported to Ukraine in batches. And those DEX nodes will be delivered to you by internal postal service much quicker than you expect. The new postal service takes about 1, maybe 2 days tops.
Цель как можно быстрее, да, себе
The goal is to
скажем так, да, и доставить ноду для того, чтобы
expedite the delivery of DEX node, to plug it in as soon as possible, not to think about the suspension of the promo of 100 plus tokens per day. So you have time, and we can tell you that we activate this crediting 7 days after you bought the tickets and the DEX node, but your ultimate mission is to buy and activate this DEX node and keep it working. It is important. Yes, thank you very much.
Так, еще пишут вопросики. Друзья, в принципе, мы уже покрываем большое количество стран. То есть у нас есть
представительства в странах СНГ. Here we have quite a broad geographical coverage. We have some countries covered in Europe, partially in Asia and Africa. We already have our offices there. You can write to the tech support to find out whether you have an office in your country. Even if you don't, it's not a problem. For instance, we have an office in the Czech Republic that covers the whole territory of Europe because DEX nodes are coming to Czech Republic. They clear taxes, they get all the certificates, and then from Czech Republic, they can be mailed to any other European country. There's also a question, how many DEX nodes are owned by the company now? Yes, Alexander is asking this question. Trust me, we have enough. We have more in the company than the number of nodes connected to the network now. So don't worry about that. Initially, we took it forward bit by bit. We did not manufacture 2 big batches because sometimes we had to do recalls. We recalled some batches of DEX nodes and we sent people new ones. We had to test the market with small batches. Now we have tested the market. DEX nodes work perfectly. And now we can manufacture them in big batches. And all the logistical centers and offices are fully inventoried with a sufficient number of DEX nodes so to minimize the waiting time.
Так, про тапалку идут вопросы. По поводу
There are questions about the tap game. Let's take this question about the tap game. Okay, I'm interested in the tap game. Can you please tell us about the tap game Huracan? I'm losing this message. Should I continue tapping the game? Of course you should. Trust me, there won't be a situation like there are memes about the well-known game with a hamster when people were tapping it for many months. So eventually there will be no certificates, there will be no discount, no discount. Are you going to thank me for that? No, no thanks for you. It's like the famous joke. With Hurricane Tap, it's totally different. The main purpose of the creation of Hurricane Tap is the testing of our blockchain. We're testing our blockchain with that. We have deployed this blockchain. It's already operational, but it works in testnet. Now we're testing how much pressure it can work on. We are testing the pressure on our DEX nodes because it works on our DEX nodes. And we're in the testnet mode now. On December 15th, all those tokens that will be tapped through Hurricane Tap are going to be replaced or exchanged into tokens in mainnet. We are going to relaunch blockchain on December 15th, and we shall allocate a certain amount of real tokens already on the market that we talked about, that Igor showed tokenomics about. We shall allocate certain number of tokens and we'll exchange all the tapped tokens with that. Which proportion it will be is too early for me to say because of two reasons. First reason, we don't know which is the number of coins in Hurricane Tap is going to be mined by December 15th because there are no limits that we established in the game. In our test net, Hurricane Tap is the main generator of tokens. Sorry, not tokens, coins. It will already be native coin, not a token, which is deployed on third parties blockchain. And when we'll realize how many coins will be mined with Hurricane Tap throughout all this period, then we'll understand which number can be allocated for the exchange, and then we'll know the proportion. Now about the Hurricane Tap itself. Yes, of course, there are things that we are aware of. Like, for instance, there were difficulties when not all tokens could be withdrawn. Not everybody could transfer it. Now, our team is working on Hurricane Tap because originally it was not developed by our program developers. So now our team is working on that. Withdrawal works perfectly now. You can test it. Only if you don't do it from max button. We're still working on that, but gradually we're going to improve Hurricane Tap. There's also another question, interesting question. If I bought 7 DEX nodes, how many tickets do I need to buy? If I buy 3 tickets, will it be activated for 7 DEX nodes? No. If you buy 3 tickets, it will activate only 1 DEX node. If you buy 3 more, we'll activate the second DEX node. It's like a set. You need to buy 1 DEX node and 3 tickets. So you'll get 1 activation for the promo. If you buy the second DEX node, you will have to buy 3 more tickets then. There was another question. Is this promo going to tell on the price of the token because people are going to sell off the promo tokens, or you are prepared to buy them up? We were thinking about this. That's why we have marketing pool, so that such promos will be arranged so that. But why did we decide to take staking from 12 months only? You can put in staking any amount. We understand this number of tokens. This is the finite number of tokens that are going to be distributed in the next 8 or 7 blocks. We understand how much money it is. We are all prepared for that. We have calculated all of that. So don't worry. It's not going to put too much pressure on the price of the token. And with such prospects, and with such services, I guess each person now starts to realize how valuable this token is, and it makes no sense now to sell it. So in principle, we are all ready for that. People are writing here, how can we go to the anniversary event of the company? I would ask moderators to share a link to the site. Or Igor, can you please share the link to the site where people can read where they can buy tickets, look at the agendas and which hotels are located closest to the event venue. Moreover, we have even agreed with the hotels that our groups will be coming in. So please give us good discount. Usually hotels reward for such arrivals, but we are making money on different things. So you will make the discount on that. So it will allow you to live in very comfortable hotel at very comfortable price level. Yes, I think they have shared already the link to the site. Can you please share another link?
Доставка нот в Америку как-нибудь решается?
What about the delivery of DEX notes to the United States? Unfortunately, we are not officially working with the United States. A bit later, we'll revisit it because it's a totally different financial world that requires a separate business entity, separate accountancy, different taxation system. So we'll come to you, but a bit later.
Если я уже купил 3 билета, они будут
If I already bought 3 tickets, are they going to be taken into account? No. Both DEX notes and tickets need to be bought as of September 24th, as of today. If you bought them today, and if you're going to buy DEX note today, then we're going to credit you with that. So 24th of September is the starting day for this promo.
25 друзей пригласите в тапалку, получите билет. Да, тоже
If you
вариант.
invite 25 friends to the tap game, but 25 friends with a premium Telegram account. Yes, that's also an option. It will qualify you, yes.
За токены выводить не понял, подскажите, пожалуйста. У нас в Telegram
Tap game, where can we withdraw our tokens? With it, in Telegram, we have a decentralized wallet connected to our blockchain. You can create your wallet there, and when you will click on withdrawal, it will automatically be transferred to that wallet. Then you can import by seed phrase that wallet to DEXSafe, and in DEXSafe we have already an integrated blockchain DMC, and you can transfer there this test coins. In fact, as far as the migration and the work with seed phrases are concerned, or the private key that I promised to tell you by the end of our Zoom call, when I was telling you about the seed phrase that you need to make a note of that on a piece of paper, this is indeed very important. Why? Because if somebody grabs a hold of your seed phrase, then you lose control over your assets, and there are a million cases like that. And there are a million cases when people lose USDTs, so they lose cryptocurrency and tokens, simply because they make a screenshot, keeping it on their phone, or copy it and insert it into their favorite tabs in Telegram. Never do such silly things. How do I put it correctly? You know what, guys? First thing, not just for the purpose of some competition. I'm asking you not to import your wallets from MetaMask to DEXSafe. If you want to use DEXSafe, create a new wallet there, and then transfer your assets there and use them. Repeatedly, I had a situation when people lose access to their assets, and when we try to find out what happened, people turn out to have used MetaMask. I'm not saying it's for sure, it might be coincidence, but all my friends and people I know, everyone who are losing their crypto assets are the people who were seriously working with blockchain, have been in crypto world for a while, and they understand what seed phrase is all about and what private key is about. Basically, all those people who are losing their assets one way or another, were using MetaMask. So be very careful about that. I'm not saying everyone, but looks like there is a loophole there. There might be some spyware I will explain how it works.
Вы используете свой Android.
You're using
iPhone,
your
и
Android
устанавливаете
or
туда
your
самые
iPhone,
различные приложения.
and you
Поставьте,
can
пожалуйста,
install all
плюсик
sorts
справа,
of
где вы
applications there.
сталкивались хотя бы один
Show us
раз
the plus
с тем,
signs,
что
those people who have
приложение
encountered at least once when
пишет,
your
позволит
application is writing to you,
отслеживать ваши действия
allow
в других
following your
приложениях.
actions in
Кнопка
other
варианта «Да»
applications.
позволить,
And there are
задненько
options to answer it
попросить не
yes
отслеживать.
or ask not to follow you.
Вы, конечно, можете нажать «Попросить
Of
не
course, you
отслеживать».
can click on
Согласно
ask not to follow
правилам
you,
публичной оферты этого
and
приложения,
owing to
они
the
не должны
official
отслеживать.
offer right, they're not
Если
supposed to
вдруг вы
follow you.
нажали
But
«Да,
if all of a sudden you
разрешаю»,
clicked on
имейте в
yes,
виду, когда
I
вы копируете
permit,
сид-фразу в
please
буфер
remember that
вашего
whenever you
смартфона,
copy a seed
это
phrase into the
приложение
buffer
об этом
of your
знает.
smartphone,
Это
this
приложение видит
application
вашу
knows about this.
сид-фразу.
It sees your seed
Это
phrase.
очень уязвимо.
It is highly vulnerable.
Когда вы мигрируете, например,
When
с
you migrate
MetaMask в
from
DEXSafe, вы копируете
MetaMask
сид-фразу.
to DEXSafe,
Часто люди
when you
пересылают ее сами
copy
себе в мессенджер на
seed phrase,
телефон,
sometimes
там
people send it
открывают,
to their own
вставляют и
messenger
так
via
далее.
phone. They open it
Это
up
очень
there,
опасно и
insert it.
очень уязвимо.
It's
Поэтому,
highly
друзья,
vulnerable and
огромная
very
просьба,
risky.
если
So,
пользуетесь
guys,
DEXSafe, не
if you're
переносите
using
с
DEXSafe,
MetaMask.
do not
Создайте
migrate from
новый кошелек,
MetaMask.
перенесите на него
Create
свои
a
активы.
new
Тогда вы будете
wallet
уверены
and
на
transfer your
все
assets there.
100%,
Then
что
you'll be
ваш
sure
кошелек
100%
подключен только к
that
DEXSafe.
you're
На сегодняшний
connected
день это
to
самый безопасный
DEXSafe
способ
only.
хранения
At the moment, this is the
Второй момент.
safest
Если
way of
DEXSafe
storing your
установлен на
assets. Second
смартфоне,
thing, if
на
your
который
DEXSafe
вы
is installed on the
устанавливаете
smartphone where you
различные
install
приложения,
all
которым
sorts of different
разрешаете
applications
отслеживать
with
ваши
which you
действия в
allow
других
to follow your
приложениях,
actions in
пожалуйста, не
other
храните на этом
applications,
кошельке
please do
активы,
not
которые для вас
store
критичны к потере.
assets on this
Я расскажу,
wallet,
как
which are
я это
critical
делаю.
for the loss.
У
I
меня
will tell you
есть
how
несколько
I do this.
смартфонов. В
I have a
идеале,
number
если
of
это будет
cell
iPhone,
phones.
можете пойти
Ideally,
и купить
if it
старый
is iPhone, you can go and buy
просто за
old
$100.
used iPhone just for
Установите на
$100.
него обновленную
Install there an
систему,
updated system,
подключите к своему Apple ID
connect
и
it
так
to
далее.
your Apple
Установите
ID
на
and
него только
so on.
DEXSafe и
Install
больше
only
ничего.
DEXSafe there and
И вот
nothing
там вы
else.
можете хранить какие-то
And there
крупные
you can
суммы.
store
А на смартфоне, с
big
которым вы
amounts.
ходите
And
каждый
on the
день, и на
smartphone,
котором
on
у
the
вас
cell phone that you walk
включена
around
куча
every day,
приложений,
where you have all sorts of
на
other
смартфоне, пожалуйста,
applications,
храните небольшие
please
суммы, небольшие активы.
keep only small amounts there.
Могут получить доступ к сид-фразе.
Because people can get access to your seed
Потому
phrase.
что есть другие
Yes, they
приложения.
can, because there are other applications to do that.
Насколько понятна та информация,
Do you
которую
understand the
я
information I've
сейчас
just shared with
рассказал?
you just now?
Вот человек пишет: Алексей, расскажите, как украли
Somebody's
токены
writing
с
here,
биржи
please
BitGEX?
tell
Могут
me
ли хакеры
how
обчистить
tokens
кабинет
have been stolen from
DEXNET One?
BitGEX exchange.
Сам кабинет DEXNET One
The
сложнее,
DEXNET One
потому что
cannot be
у нас стоят
robbed
там
that
определенные
easy because we
защиты.
have
Но давайте
certain
будем
protection
честны.
there. But let us be totally honest. Look at BitGEX. If I'm not mistaken, if it is tier 1 exchange and they got access to the hot wallet there, it's more likely through seed phrase or through private key. And they stole tokens from there. You'll be quite surprised, but BitGEX is not the only exchange that was hit by them. There were cases of robbing cryptocurrencies even from decentralized exchanges such as Pancake, Uniswap, and others. And there are a number of other exchanges, and I don't know about this for sure, which also were robbed at 4:20 in the morning that day. Just not all the exchanges are ready to talk about that or reveal that, because it's a huge hit on their reputation. But trust me, it was very strong group working against them. I don't think it was one or even 2 or 3 persons working. They were working from different countries, and they were targeting hot wallets of many big exchanges. Sometimes it happens. That is why, if you have assets, create a new wallet in DEXSafe, transfer your assets there, not by import of the wallet, but transferring the assets, and do not install any other applications.
Крутая идея, чистый телефон.
Now, great idea. I have clean phone and I have all the wallets there. Yes, exactly. Use it only for the wallets.
Pump токена объясните на привате.
Can you explain token pump?
Не совсем понимаю, о чем вопрос.
I don't really understand what the question is about.
There
was no pump at the private. At the listing, there was some pump. but it's a normal story.
На привате не было.
But on the private, there was nothing.
Так, за токен DEXNet можно купить ноду с 20%
Can I buy
скидкой?
DEXNet with
Не
20%
сейчас,
discount
друзья, сегодня не
with
сейчас.
DEXNet
Вопрос в
tokens?
том, что
Not now,
продажей нод занимаются
not yet.
маркетинговые
It's just that
компании.
it's marketing companies who are selling DEXNet, 3 marketing companies who are using our partnership system with a system of rewards for the sale of DEXNet. So if we start selling DEXNet for tokens now, marketing companies will also have to do payouts in DEXNet tokens. There will be too much DEX tokens on hands. That will put too much pressure on the token price until we warm up all the services and make them real money makers. So it would be highly insensible and insecure step.
Так, выгоднее ноду. По
It
поводу,
makes more
что
sense to get DEXNet. What makes more sense to buy DEXNodes or DEXNode? DEXNode for sure, ideally both. But if you put yourself in the shoes of the client, I would have bought DEXNode for one simple reason. For the holders of DEXNodes, many other services will be made available free of charge on a constant basis because the holder of that DEXNode creates infrastructure for the deployment of those services. Secondly, DEXNode will keep generating tokens for you up until block 13. It will be generated at airdrop rate plus today's promo. Starting from block 13, a real business will start when DEXNode will generate tokens from the reward pool. From the pool, where we send 40% of all the payments for services and DEXNet tokens. So the DEXNode will constantly generate tokens for you. Is there a possibility to release cold wallet DEXSafe? The best cold wallet is the pen, piece of paper, safe, and offline. This is the best cold wallet. All other cold wallets work on the same principle. You can put on USB flash, memory stick, your seed phrase, and that's your cold wallet. The best option is still a pen and a paper.
Если 23.09 купил ноду,
I bought my DEXNode on 23rd of September. Am I part of the promo? Guys, once again, promo starts as of September 24th. Those of you who bought DEXNode earlier, it's already everything good for you. It's the matter of time only. Now our task is to increase the number of DEXNodes in the network.
Слава маркетинговым компаниям. Как хорошо, что у DEXNet
Glory to the marketing companies.
У DEXNet есть маркетинговые компании. Друзья, да, конечно,
DEXNet,
это наши крылья, которые помогают.
of course, these are our wings who help us disseminate technology all over the world.
Так, вопросы. Друзья, все зачитывайте.
Questions. Okay, guys, I'm not going to read all of them. I'm sorry about that. There are many more questions I see.
Так, давайте еще один вот зачитаю.
Okay, I'll take one more.
Ребята, эти 3 билета в Huracan будут
Guys,
давать
these 3 tickets from Huracan, are they going to give plus 40 to the tap game? Of course, they're not canceling previous mechanics. With the entry of seed phrase, my keyboard gives 3 words. I select the word. Can it be unsafe on the phone? No, Elena. In the smartphone keyboard, there's a function which uses the most frequently used words by you, and it suggests that you put it in. It's not related to the seed phrase in any way. It's just that it's an assistant of the smartphone that helps you with that. How can I buy DEXNode? Go to the guys who recommended this meeting for you. They will help you with that. Alexander is writing, so it turns out that the cloud storage suspension because of the insufficient number of DEXNodes. I will tell you simply, we originally were launched with IPFS technology. Those of you who are aware of the program development know what I'm talking about. Others can Google for it. And we encountered certain restrictions of the impossibility of scaling up the technology. We migrated to a mix related to WebRTC. And now we have a totally different technology working much quicker, much faster. With ePFS, we had a problem with slowness. And when we are slow, it's hard to compete with centralized cloud storage services. We were much slower than them. Additionally, we put 50 people into a closed test group and got their feedback on how to improve it further. That's why the delay is related, first of all, because we migrate from one stack to another. Second thing, we received some feedback from internal testing group. And that helps us improve things much quicker. I think I've answered your question. Okay, guys, I suggest we finalize it now. Aside from the new phone, I can install. Can I install it on the PC? No, because PC is even holier than your cell phone. iOS is the best option. If you take used iPhone for $100, I know people among my friends have guys who bought such an option. So they bought iPhone CE for $100. They have only DEXSafe installed there and no other application, not a Messenger, not Telegram, nothing at all, only DEXSafe. And they keep it switched off and disconnected from internet. Keep it in your wardrobe, something. You can store keep some amounts there. But the cell phone that you keep with yourself constantly, don't put too much there. Although we do have a function to prevent from coercion when through the PIN code you can activate different parts of the world. Please don't store your assets there. It's like walking around with a classical offline wallets where you would keep, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars, for instance. It's too risky. In the modern world, it's highly unadvisable. Okay, guys, shall we call it a day today? It was quite interesting and positive today, and I hope you enjoyed today's meeting. It's already, we've been live for 1 hour and 40 minutes. We can let Alexei and Igor go already, right? And go and work with you with a new promo. I would like to thank everyone and thank you for being with us. Thank you for going the distance with us. We've been more than 800 people at one moment in time. So I would thank all of you now and let us use this promo on the eve of the first anniversary of the company. Let's maximize its use. Everything is in our hands. We can do a lot together. So each and every one of you has a great opportunity to be at the anniversary event of the company in December. And it will be a cardinal change for many of you. Many people will see DEXNET technology and everything done around it. You will see it from a different side and at what level we are and which business you entered here. So I will see you there in December. Thank you, Alexei, for being with us. Thank you for the news. I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed it. And I'd like to thank our whole team who participated. Thank you very much. Yes, I thank everyone. Thank you, Igor. Thank you for doing the biggest lion's share of today's webinar. Thank you very much for that. I thank all the moderators who participated in the preparation. I would like to thank our interpreter, Nikolai, who worked with the English-speaking group. And I also thank the people who were actively writing positive feedback in the chat. Thank you, guys. I wish you great promo, great 7 or 8 months ahead of you, and see you on December 15th offline at our anniversary event. Let us share this celebration together. It will be a special day for all of us. That's a great opportunity for you to talk to me, to Igor, and other people from the company. All of us will be there. Any questions, any photos, anyway, direct communication is always more useful than webinars and offline communication. So see you on December 15th. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.